All right, welcoming to the CNO show right now. This guy's a comedic genius, a legend. Craig Ferguson says it all on Epix. The special premieres on Epix and epixhd.com. Craig Ferguson, February 19th. How are you, sir?
Hey, I'm good. How are you doing?
Oh, very good. Very good. I love watching your show. To be honest with you, I got to tell you, one of my favorite parts about your show is I can sit down and watch it with my dad, too, with my old man when I'm having a late night with him.
That's so sweet.
Oh, no, that's adorable. You still live with your pop?
No, I've since moved out. It's been about 6 weeks now.
Oh, really? How's it going? You get nervous not living in the basement?
Yeah, seriously. Now, when I watch the Late Show, whether it's a guy or a girl, your guests seem to be genuinely enjoyable of their time with you. Now, obviously, they're actors, but do you feel like you have a gift in connecting with people, or is there a trick to it, or is it something you had to learn?
I think it's the absence of a trick is really what it is. I mean, the thing is, I don't have any aspirations or desire to be an interviewer. I can't really interview people, but I know that I can.
Neither can we.
My way out. What's that?
I said neither can we.
Well, there you go. Then you're developing the same style as me. I talked myself because I've been married 3 times. I've talked my way out of some tricky situations. So you bring that to the situation. I mean, it's kind of, you just try and have a decent conversation with someone and try and get along with them. And what I do over time, I don't know if you guys do this, but anyone that it doesn't work with, I just don't ask them back.
Right.
You know, and you kind of whittle them out that way.
Well, hopefully we'll be able to ask you back after this interview.
That's right. Well, come on, I'm doing my best. I'm trying to take
Hey, no, hopefully you're not whittling us out. That's what we're hoping for.
Not at all.
Craig, I always hear about TV shows having so many writers helping with the show, but the monologues that you do at the beginning of the show really seem to be just you. I mean, how much of TV is writers, and how much of it is just you going off the cuff?
Well, most of the show is off the cuff. What we do is the first part of the show, where the cold open part, is just I make a point of never preparing for that at all. Like, we turn on the camera and then I have to find my way through it. It kind of keeps me interested. And then the monologue that happens after that, I prepare with the writers of the show. That's the only real written part of the show. And and it's not really written. What we do is we construct a set of bullet points and things that I'm going to talk about, and then I put that up on the prompter so that I've got some kind of running order of how I'm going to approach it. And then after that, it's all freewheeling from there on in. So not a lot of the show is written at all. Maybe on any given night, anything from 15 to 20%.
Okay.
Now, give us a little snippet about your special coming up on Epix, because I know from what I was reading about it, it seems to be that it's got your fingerprints all over it. Is this a passion project of yours?
Well, what it is I tour doing stand-up. I've been a stand-up since I was in my early 20s. So, it's kind of what I've always done, and it's been my fail-safe position. And I still do it, and I like to do it. Stand-up's a little bit like crack. I mean, once you do it, you don't really stop. It's like Jay Leno still goes out and does stand-up, and it isn't for the money. It's just that you do it. And I kind of, I've been touring the stand-up show, and then when it's time to retire that material, it's time to, shoot it, put it on a TV special, and move on to the next one.
Do you find like you're the natural fit to be the next late night host?
The next late night host, for who?
For Letterman when he's gone.
No, man. I think it's more likely. I'm probably better suited to something like, the Food Network or something like that. I don't know that. I'm amazed I've lasted this long in the damn show I'm in. Never mind getting another one.
Craig, you are from Scotland. I am a fellow foreigner. I was born in Morocco.
Right, okay.
I wanted to ask you, do you think that being a foreigner helped you in your career, or did it hold you back a little bit? Because I feel like it's holding me back. People can't trust me.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the Moroccan reputation is in your neighborhood, but Scottish people are all right in Los Angeles. There's no great kind of surge against them. I also, I've been here for a long time. I think it's helped and it's hurt me. I mean, it's just it is who I am, though. I mean, it's
right.
Like some people will say, "Oh, you're only funny because you're Scottish," and other people will say, "You're not funny because I can't understand you," or "You're just not funny." I mean, it's just like it is what it is. I'm kind of I think it's helped and hurt many times over. It's too often to kind of keep count.
Huh.
You had humble beginnings as a punk rocker back in the UK. Growing up around the music like great punk rock music like Iggy Pop, the Sex Pistols, do you find it difficult to take Pete Wentz and say Fall Out Boy seriously as punk rockers when they're sitting across from you?
Well, it's a different thing, punk rock now. It's kind of like saying, it's become a genre or a kind of description of a style of music. I mean, punk rock, back in the late 70s and mid to late 70s was kind of more about a kind of a young person's rebellion, movement. Right. It wasn't just a style of music. So it kind of, the meaning of the word has changed. I don't associate punk rock with most musicians now.
Right. Speaking of punk rock, Mark Hoppus from Blink-182, I see that he follows you on Twitter. Now, he was actually supposed to come on the CNO show a few days ago.
Yeah.
Now, I was curious, just, if this
is cool
with you. He blew us
off, Craig. He blew us off.
Yeah, I can't be responsible for the behavior of everyone who follows me on Twitter. I feel that's too much.
Now, what I say, I feel like maybe perhaps you could tweet him and say, hey, Mark, what the hell? Why'd you blow our guys on the CNO show off the other day? You're big time now.
Is that 140 characters there? Because, I probably could do that.
I think it is. I think it is.
Let me just write this down. Hold on. So, Chris Nothello, the interview in Washington, blew them off. I'm not really writing this down. I'm just saying it to make it sound like I'm writing it
down.
Right.
It actually sounded like you were writing it.
That's funny. I read on your wiki that you grew up a chubby kid who was often bullied. How did you kind of grow up and go from that to becoming a funny, successful comedian?
Well, it doesn't happen overnight, and I don't know. I mean, it depends on who you talk to, whether I'm either funny or successful. But I guess what you do is you develop anybody that's pushed around when you're a kid. If you're a tubby kid or a gay kid or a shy kid or you kind of get pushed around and you develop a kind of thick skin, I guess, or you try to a way of protecting yourself.
In one of your books, you wrote about the responses not to give while testing to become a citizen. I think it was hilarious. Do you remember any of those off the top of your head?
Well, the responses, the questions that I was asked.
Yeah, no, just some of the responses. I believe it was you had responded, and you said, you know what? I when I was going through the process of becoming a citizen, these are the responses not to give, and I found out the hard way type of situation.
I can't even remember. It was a while ago. I mean, I remember I was joking around with the citizenship thing until I saw the look on the immigration officer's face, and I was thought, I think I better take this seriously. This is not a joke. I better answer these questions, or I'm going to be walking out here with my tail between my legs back to Scotland.
Now, I'm sorry, Craig, every interviewer, every skilled interviewer, every notable interviewer always has like a favorite person that they have to interview, or maybe one that they put on a pedestal that they've always wanted to interview. Do you have one person or two people that you've always wanted to interview that perhaps you haven't gotten the chance to yet?
Not in the sense that I don't kind of walk around holding that, but there are times when names come up and I'll go, oh yeah, I'd really like to meet them. Like actually, just today, someone mentioned that Bob Geldof is going to be in town.
Wow!
And just because of the nature of where I come from and the time I grew up, and Bob Geldof's history with his with punk rock and then with Band Aid, and it's a fascinating idea to sit down and talk to him for 20 minutes. So that's the kind of thing that I usually go for more than walking around wishing for individuals. But when names come up, I go, oh God, yeah, that'd be great.
Hey Craig, one more question. I know you got to go. We really appreciate the time. You're a writer, actor, stand-up comic. You host your own show. You've done a lot with your career. What do you think your ultimate goal is?
I think writing, to be honest. I think writing is probably the freest place to be. I mean, that's the place where you really don't have to worry about anyone kind of looking over your shoulder. And once it's done, it's done. You know what I mean? You write it down, it's finished, you send it away, and wave it bye-bye. I think ultimately that's what I'll do. I have this vision of myself growing old, just writing angry, cantankerous articles for a local newspaper or a website.
Craig Ferguson says it all, coming up on Epix. The special premieres on Epix and EpixHD.com, February 19th. And, of course, you can catch him Monday through Friday on The Late Late Show. Craig Ferguson, thank you so much for joining the CNO Show.
Thanks a lot, guys. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Craig. See you, bud.
Bye.